What's going on, guys? Coach Kiki and Coach Becken here for another episode of Champaign Gainz.
Yeah,
we are talking about prep being a privilege today.
Yes, it's we've been talking offline about this for all the time, basically. Just based on things we see on Instagram, and like my client experiences, and just kind of some of the things that my clients are saying to me in their check-ins.
Right, that can grind our gears.
Yeah. So it's, bodybuilding prep looks fun and exciting and pretty, and
It's not.
it's simple on the outside, but when you get into it, it's something that you really have to take serious, and it's not just like oh, we're gonna go do this, we're gonna go run this half or like 5K.
Yeah, it's something that needs to be seriously considered before you jump into it.
Yeah,
because like starting a prep and then quitting is sometimes the answer. If you seriously cannot do it, like it's better to pull out if it's going to fucking ruin your life.
Mm-hmm.
But like think about it before you do it. I mean, it's a huge financial investment.
oh my gosh, that's like, yes,
That's like, if your finances aren't right, it's not something that you should do because it could potentially cause you to have to pull out. Like, don't go in debt.
yeah,
So
and don't ask for stuff. I've seen did
Don't
go under
fund
me. Yeah, like,
Absolutely.
and like it's sponsors and stuff, and like it's so ridiculous. Like, no, like, I mean, people I sure appreciate your like hard work and dedication, but this isn't like a,
it's not like,
t-ball.
yeah, it's not like you're doing it for a cause.
Yes, yeah, and or the bringing up of young youth sports or something.
Right.
It's like we're all adults here.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
you should
High
have.
stepping on stage in a bikini, like that's your thing. Don't
And-
get your fucking uncle to
Yeah.
you to do it.
And then like with the finances, like honestly, like a lot of things we deal with in prep is about stress. And if you are stressed about paying your coach,
Right?
and that's like step one.
Step one.
And then your NPC card, all of what it takes for your registration, your hair, your makeup, your tan, travel, your food, if you're staying over at an Airbnb or a hotel, your jewelry, your suit, whether you're renting, you still have to rent it.
So it's $100 to rent.
Yeah. And if you're not in a good financial spot or don't have like money banked for that, it's going to make you stressed. And that's going to make you not lose fat. And that's just not going to be a great result on stage.
Yes.
And not a good experience for you as a competitor either.
Absolutely not. So finances, and then if you have stress in your life from anything, like that needs to be considered like number one.
Yeah. You should definitely have your shit together before starting a prep.
Right. Or just like, you have to just be in it. Like sometimes we have things going on in our lives that suck. Like last year I got through a divorce, but I was so in it. Like, this is my life. Like, have to decide you're going to do it. But you need to step back and make sure, like, is this going to affect this?
Yeah. I mean, you had a good support system throughout the entire thing. We were making sure your mental space, and we were getting things taken care of. And then honestly, it was a good distraction for you.
It was, for sure. And everything was like done. So it wasn't like I was like fighting or, it was just like going through the motions of the divorce. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think like either of us, I've never heard you complain or me complain. It's like I think the most ever would be like, I'm a little hungry.
I'm hungry, I'm tired.
But it's not like I'm going to complain about this to Kiki. Like, oh, I can't do this. Like,
Oh, I have to eat this meal.
yeah, I'm so hungry. Okay, yes, you're going to be hungry. Yeah, that's part of it. So the sooner you can accept that, the better.
Yeah, I was listening to a couple other podcasts, and everyone is just like, you're gonna be hungry. There's no reason in trying to fight it or trying to do all these tips and tricks and add this artificial sweetener. Or that is not going to help. I promise you. Like, you can't take the hunger away. Like,
Yeah. Well, that's just with any dieting phase. Like, you just have to embrace it. Yeah, but yeah, don't try to be doing all these tips and tricks. Don't drink bottles of Walden Farm syrup. Shots of Walden Farm.
I heard someone do that. Like, they were taking like shot, like, ugh. What did I do the other day? Oh, I put like sugar-free syrup in something, and I like just tasted like the syrup without it being on like a pancake or something. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, give me.
It was just like I could just like feel the chemicals. Anyways, that's beside the point. So yeah, finances, stress.
Find something to do on the treadmill during your cardio. Like, it's gonna get high. So you're gonna have to be good at distracting yourself from that.
Yeah, and I think that's
Read a book.
going like I always like having like a pre-prep. So it's like kind of getting your mind right, and like getting all your ducks in a row, finding what you're going to do, finding your routine, what you are going to do on the treadmill. Like for me, it's either listening to a podcast or watching YouTube. I can't read. I can't do anything like that. So those are the things that I do. I make a long playlist and I just go through all of my stuff. I like set myself up for like, looking forward to like that time to yourself on a treadmill.
Yes. The routine thing is huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Like, we do the same thing every single day. Like, cardio at the same time. Like, just getting into a routine is the best thing you could do for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eat at the same time.
Yeah. But also, like, don't be like a dick about it.
Right.
Like, in terms of like prep is a privilege. Like, you have to do all of these things and we want things to be in routine as possible, but don't like get mad at your husband for doing something like that causes you to eat like 30 minutes later.
Right.
Or having to do your cardio all in the morning if you have a family event to get into. Like, don't be adjustable. Don't be bitter. Like, no one at that party or family gathering or whatever it is
chose to do a prep.
Yeah, they're not forcing you to do it. And it's complaining to them isn't going to help the situation because they're going to be like, well, why are you doing this?
Exactly.
And then like,
I look bad.
If I get complaints, like I'll like let a couple of them pass.
Yeah.
But then if it's the same complaint over and over again, I'm like, yo, like at some point, do you want to do this? I don't really care. I don't care. Like,
this isn't for me.
I love being on the journey with people, but at the same time, like if you're just going to continue complaining, like, oh my God, I got another calorie dropper. I got more cardio, or I'm so hungry. Like, I get it. And I trust me, I know I get it. I've been in all of these situations before.
Or especially seeing it from someone whose food is still relatively high. And they're like, or like early in their prep talking about being so hungry. It's like,
I'm depleted. Oh, I'm depleted. No, you're not depleted.
just wait.
When you're a vegetable on a plane to Hawaii, like,
Oh my God.
you trust me.
Dude, that was like, what was that? How long was that day for you? Because you gained like however many hours.
It was the longest day of my life.
eating
Absolutely nothing. I think it was like I started eating when it was like technically like 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I still only had like, I don't know, like 800 calories. Prep is a privilege.
It is a privilege.
So don't complain too much.
No, I feel like a boomer, like the cute fiction with why I'm out of bed. My phone is recording. This is why I have an iPad.
Susan.
It's cow farm. It's gonna be cows outside. You have to be okay with doing it like for you. Like this is for you. It's not for anyone else. Like you have to be okay with whatever placing you get. Like it's a privilege. It has to be for you. Not for anybody else, not for Instagram, not for your boyfriend, not because you want to be shredded, because you're not going to be shredded for it. Like, you cannot maintain the leanness.
And, like, just know, like, when you, like, prep is the privilege for everybody, and everybody has had to go through different, you know, milestones and journeys to get to where they are. You know, just because someone beat you and it's their first time on the stage as well, they're like, well, I was a first-time competitor too, and this girl won all these things. It's like, well, everybody has different enemies. This girl probably was a like high school like superstar athlete, is doing stuff in college, like,
or they rode horses,
or they yeah,
it's apparently a theme.
Yeah.
Allie.
Dude, Hallie Brie?
Yeah.
Dude, Brie looks great. And well, Hallie does too. They both.
Yeah. But yeah, you don't know what they were doing. Get a horse.
See your horse or a cowboy.
Yes. Cowboys work too.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're recording this in this 8 a.m. and we have no champagne in our bodies right now.
As in just who we are as people.
Yeah.
Oh, what else?
There's so much that, like, prep is a privilege.
Oh, you can still do things, you know. I know that sounds wild, but you can still, like, go out to your restaurant. You can bring your food to restaurants. You can find, not late in prep, but, like, back row tracking comes in handy sometimes. Like, you don't have to sit in your house and just die of boredom.
Yeah.
Go hiking. I've never gone hiking. Go on a nature walk.
Nature walk. Yeah, I would rather do a nature walk. I'm not gonna there's not like really like hiking up mountains in Ohio, but you know, like, yeah, prep is a privilege, and just because like your friends want to go out to dinner, like, go out with them. Drink water, social diets, drinking Diet Coke. Yeah, dude. And honestly, the people at restaurants are super cool because you're probably like the easiest person to deal with. You know, like, late on in prep, I'll still like go. You can get a side salad with literally just the lettuce, the tomatoes, the cucumber, and that's it. And then whip out your belt bag or your and your little packet of chicken or shrimp. No,
you can bring food to restaurants.
Yeah,
restaurants.
And then
throw a fit about it.
And I'll literally just like, and no one
will be like, where'd you get that?
Yeah, they're not gonna like take your plate away.
Yeah.
Order the salad. When they go away, take out your little snack baggie, pour your shrimp on there, bring your little pre-measured like low-calorie dressing, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
make it your life and don't let anyone question you. Or, you know, you have to have your solid reason as to why you're doing
this. And
like,
don't complain about it to people like, oh my God, you're eating that and I have to eat this.
For the love of God, don't complain about it to your family, your husband, your boyfriend. Like, dude, yeah, then I just think you're insane.
Yeah.
Own it.
Yeah. Use it as like something like the, ooh, yeah, so I look all shredded and y'all are going to cheer them in the morning.
Yes.
Exactly. or like
insult them.
Yeah. That's like the, you know, you do whatever works. I don't know what type of friends you have, but like, or just like explain to them like why you're doing it or why you're excited about stepping on stage or why it's helping you step on stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Confidence, mental toughness, resilience, good mindset. Gotta have it all.
Yeah.
We gotta catch them all.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't know. There's so much that's like I want people to know about prepping and like
I know.
it's just, make sure that you're in a good financial situation. Make sure you have, ducks in a row in terms of your stress, your cortisol. Make sure your environment is set up for success, your home environment, you know, the people that are close to you. Make sure they're aware of what's going on or why you, like, give them a heads up. So it's not like the one time you see your mom in 3 weeks and you're hangry and you like act like a bitch to her. Like, don't things happen when you're hangry, but let her know prior to that, like, yo, it's a low energy day for me. So I really apologize if anything that I do or say comes off wrong.
For real. Okay. Yes. That it's not a reason to be a dick to people. Okay. Like just with like people in their cycles. Oh, I'm PMS now, so I'm gonna be a bitch to you. Never be a bitch to anybody. Like if you see this happening, like remove yourself, because I have a PTSD moment. I made my dad cry last summer because he was like worried about me because I was being such an asshole. And I hate myself for it. And like never again, that's a vow. I mean, it's like you don't get to be a dick for people.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's on you. Like you chose it. So yeah, don't take it out on other people.
So like making them aware of like, yo, these things might happen. So I really apologize. I do that with Preston. Like when I know like I can tell I know when it's going to be a bad day, whether it's like the scale wasn't right or if I like in prep, if I see like this super low calorie day or I had a really hard like day the day before and I was just like so hungry, I know the next day is going to be terrible. Like I don't have like a high day. It's like, listen, please just give me some extra grace today. I'm going to be a little on edge. So
I tried that and was told I don't deserve grace. So bye. No. And that's why I'm here.
Yeah. But, setting yourself up for like, set your environment up as best as you can. When I first started my very first deficit, not even in bodybuilding, I like removed all of my trigger foods or just like snacking foods or things that like I know I didn't want and need. I put them in a box. I put them underneath my bed in my apartment. I shoved all of like this heavy stuff into like suitcases and things I knew I wasn't going to be getting to. And that's just like, that's what I did. And it helped tremendously because then when I was like snacking, I literally had like celery or something to choose from or like things that were like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts. Like right. You just have to be aware of your actions and your habits, which is why I suggest people working with coaches prior to starting the prep. So like in that pre-prep stage, we're getting to know each other. And then we're also setting like your routines and habits up.
And obviously, yeah, super important to like make sure your biofeedback is in a good spot before starting prep too. Like your sleep and your digestion is on point.
Yeah. So making sure all of that stuff, or your internal, external environment is in a good spot. So you can be ready to like rock and roll. Yeah.
The sun's coming out, so we gotta go.
Yeah. Time's train. Yeah, pretty much. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about,
anything related to
prep is a privilege. How to set yourself up for success, how to get your mind right. Please feel free to reach out to both Coach Beckett and Coach Tiki.
Kiki is, however, your prep coach. Your go-to prep coach.
I'm a prep. She's like,
yes.
We're a power couple team.
Yeah.
Double trouble. But so yeah. You can also find us on Instagram.
Yes.
At KeekersLaugh_IFBB Pro.
And at Beckett_Bikini. Give us a 5-star rating and review. Comment down below if you have any questions.
Cheers!